Global.
Yo, what's good, what's good? For the people who don't know what's going on, man, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Terrance Gangsta Williams, a.k.a. OG Giggity, a.k.a. Terrance Gangsta Brooks. Wow.
Yeah. Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I've been wanting to get up with you for a minute. You first came home. When you came home, you did like a preview video, like you was gonna start speaking out about stuff, and you know what I'm saying, just give you a second. You was go, do what you do. What influenced you to make that video?
Honestly, bro, when I was in prison, I had did phone conversations with a guy from my city that was doing interviews. So I was like, man, I want a YouTube channel. It was like, well, man, you got to be home to get a YouTube channel.
Was this Video Wayne?
Yeah, I didn't want to say his name.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so when I come home, I was just playing on the thing because all this stuff was new to me.
Right.
And I was like, at the mall, I said, let me record. And I really was shooting at how Beezo, messing with him, or trolling him, how y'all say.
Right.
And it just took off. But the video I had did with Wayne already did like 300-something thousand views when I was incarcerated. So I was like, okay, well, but I didn't know the money though would come behind it.
Right.
I just knew that, how many views you could get with it. So I was just playing around on it. And then I had left it alone. I went cold turkey because I don't know nothing about this stuff, right?
Right.
That's when Queen France contacted. She was like, yo, stop doing interviews or don't do nothing for free. I can get you paid. So I was like, girl, anybody want to hear because it's killers and gangsters in every city.
Right.
So I'm like, who gonna want to hear from me? And she hooked it up. I was like, well, go ahead, do what you do. She got me on Vlad. And it took off from there.
Yeah. Nah, shit. When you first came home, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, to the world, they wasn't familiar with your story. I know New Orleans was familiar with your story, but the world wasn't. So, like, how did the Vlad situation help your situation? The Vlad interview help your situation?
Vlad has like 5 million views. Subscribers, my bad.
Right.
And for him to allow me on his platform, it put me in other countries and put me into his subscribers' home. So now it's like people checking me out. Yeah. So now from there, I'm like, okay, well, now I can start my own channel now because thanks to going on Vlad channel, more people gonna want to hear more because you could do one interview, a person be like, that was cool, he was cool, but I want to hear more. Right. I want to see what type of person he is on this side.
Right.
So it's more like how you see Charleston White on camera, and then when you meet him in person.
Right. I feel you. Now, shit. Now you said you came out trolling how Beezo. Like, what was y'all relationship? What's y'all like?
We was brothers. We was best friends.
Damn.
So
y'all niggas kind of look alike. Y'all related?
No, bro. But I'm one of the ones, bro. I'm not in denial. So I respect whatever my old running street guys, how they feel about how I come home. I respect that. However, I learned now that social media is the way of life, and you can gain money from it. Right. Because people has made money about our life story since I've been incarcerated. So now it's time for me to capitalize.
For sure. I
feel it. I just have fun with it though, bro.
I'm saying, so like, why you go so hard at Beezo? Like, what's the issue? Like, if you was to walk in the room and he was in the room, like, how you think that would go? We gonna fight because we both come up together. And it's like when we were on the streets, when we were steppers in the streets, when we had enemies, it was like wherever we see it is on sight. Where we in jail, wherever, because guys can easily shoot, but can you fight? Right.
And I know how he is, so if we see each other, it ain't no talking.
Right. Now you tease him a lot about being under BirdMan. You know what I'm saying he ain't really getting no money. Why you say that?
Look at it. Think about this here. Like I say, social media is the way of life.
Right.
Now you will see him always on social media when he be in different rides, different cars. Just about, not everybody, but just about majority, there's majority of people that be on social media like to flash their house, their cars, their jewelry, money. And he always in the car with BirdMan when he in the big boy car. So, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, come on, bro, for 20-something years you been around this man and you ain't got an M?
Right. I feel you. I feel you. I mean, I don't know what he got though, but you know what I'm saying?
You can see. You can see that, bro. Come on now. And he from New Orleans. He constantly go to New Orleans, so we know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So now another thing, like, and I actually posted this and it went crazy. You went at Nino Calvin. You know what I'm saying? You and Nino Calvin exchanged words about, you basically was like, shit, Birdman kind of washed his hand from his rap career, not doing nothing. Now Nino Calvin is one of them artists that had a run in New Orleans for real, but he never really just quite made it, in my opinion. Why do you think that is?
Man, that's a good question, but and he could rap.
Man, he go.
Man, he nice, bro. Yeah. I'm talking about he wanted to. If I had to pick, I mean, let's get this clear. I don't mess with him. Let's get that clear right now. He's still an op.
He ain't. I don't know. All
I'm just making that clear. But the youngin, he nice. But I will also say this: with artists, the label like to let you go out and promote yourself. So I guess the world ain't buy his story. Now he done ran with the Steppers. He done ran with some officials. My son in the Fed now, fighting 2 bodies. So he done been around the Lion, Tigers, and Bears. But I guess the world like, man, we ain't jacking that. Watch out.
Okay, all right. Now, you say this a lot on your YouTube that you use like the brick layer of the Cash Money Foundation. So like, I want to know, like, in the early days, like, what was going on? Like, what was the vision? Like, was y'all sitting around talking, saying like, we finna be rappers, or how was it?
Well, no, I never sat down to be a rapper, because the Steppers I ran with, we didn't bust rap, we bust caps. So it was always Birdman and them, and we would come around, make sure everybody good, make sure no money is needed, things of that nature. Boy, as far as me sitting, no, I was too deep in the streets, and it was money, and it was too sweet.
Yeah. Now, shit, I seen on the Real Life Street Stars, you was basically saying like you wasn't really just $1 million niggas in the streets. You more, you did your thing, but it wasn't just like you was like kingpin drug lord in the streets. So a lot of your money go towards the, you know what I'm saying, Cash Money? No,
like a lot of money was left on Cash Money tour bus. So it's like, especially like if you got about $50,000, $60,000, and you have it in the bag, you're like, man, you just tuck it under the seat or something. Oh man, hold it for me. And by you making so much money doing so much illegal activities, it's like
you're not really counting.
Yeah, you don't really think about it. Then later you be like, man, what that money I had gave you? But you're not really tripping on it because you're making so much money.
Right.
But let me tell you something. The FBI told me, he said, man, I've been on the force for over 14 years. He said, you the first person that I've listened to where you did something every day illegal. Every day, bro, I was trying to get some money or doing something illegal every day.